I'm Sunny.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Rox. And this is
Literature on the Rocks.
It's a summary.
Summary. That's what I was supposed to do every
yeah.
time. It just doesn't feel right, though.
Well, how's everyone doing?
Doing good. I have something so crazy that I didn't know that maybe you guys already knew.
Okay.
Oh.
And you could enlighten me. But so
I love to enlighten someone.
So I recently had my eyes checked, got new glasses and all the things, right? The thing showed that my eyesight got better. And
wow.
I was telling the optometrist, like, oh, that's cool. Well, actually, maybe that's why my contacts have been bothering me and I've kind of not been wearing them. And she's like, oh, could be. And then we started talking and she was like, well, when did you have your baby? Because we started talking about having kids and stuff. And I was like, oh, she's going to be 2. And she goes, oh, that makes sense. It's probably why your eyes have gotten better. And I was like, what do you mean? And she said, so being pregnant, the baby will send antibodies to heal your body while you're pregnant. Mm-hmm. And then once everything kind of levels out, which takes a couple years, supposedly, she's like, then everything kind of settles in. So your baby healed your eyes, essentially. And I was like, that's a possibility, which also kind of makes sense because I had my eyes checked right after I had her and my eyesight got worse. And he was like, yeah, the hormones and all the things will kind of change it. And it should level out after a couple years. And yeah. So I was like,
Wow.
what? She healed my eye. So maybe if I get pregnant again, I won't need glasses anymore. She only healed one eye, but still.
Maybe she'll heal the other one.
Maybe.
next.
And then I'll be leveled out a little bit. But I thought that was so cool.
That is really cool.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
I
that
didn't.
was a possibility.
I knew about the antibodies, but I didn't even think about healing properties anywhere
because
else.
I thought it was like, I'm totally talking out of my ass. I have no idea.
Okay.
But isn't it bad eyesight is a lot of time because your eye is misshapen?
Well, I think astigmatism
no.
is the shape of your eye that's causing it. Near and farsightedness is, I think, a little different. It's
But
like
when they-
I think where the light reflects onto your eye is what causes the near or farsightedness. I'm also talking out of my ass, but I feel like, and then the shape of your eye is where the astigmatism comes in. Like it's more
But I
cone
got
shaped instead of rounded.
LASIK. Yeah, okay, yeah, that does sound correct. But
Okay.
when I got LASIK, the laser
They had to reshape your
reforms
eyes.
your eye, and it fixes it. It doesn't fix the stigmatism though.
Astigmatism occurs when the cornea or the lens of the eye has mismatched curves. So instead of being rounded like a basketball, it's irregularly shaped like a football.
Yeah, like a cone.
But what does
And then-
bad eyesight?
Yeah,
for-
like then what? How is near and farsightedness? Like what causes that?
It has to do with the shape of your cornea, and astigmatism has to do with the shape of the lens.
So like the outside part, and then the
Yeah,
cornea is the inside part.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Well, she definitely didn't heal my astigmatism.
But nearsightedness is when your eyeball is too long front to back, or the cornea is curved too steeply.
Wait,
it
which
could
one
be-
is that one?
This is nearsightedness.
So it means you can't see far.
Yeah.
And then farsightedness, or you can't see close, the eyeball is too short or the cornea lens is too flat. So it could
So how
either
does-
be the shape of your eye or the shape of your cornea.
Because I was gonna say, so how does it work when somebody can't see far and can't see up close?
Maybe they have either
You
a
have no
long
cornea.
because maybe it's
One of the other,
Like,
like-
maybe their eyeball is shaped a certain way, which causes the one, and then the cornea is shaped a different way, which causes the other. That could be why.
Maybe. Oh, interesting.
Wow.
And you know what? My optometrist was like my age, and I was like, oh, you genius, you.
You're so smart.
You're so young. To have this very prestigious position.
I've thought it
till you
odd when
start
I've
getting-
walked into rooms and had doctors that were
Younger than you?
and I went, no, we need a different bitch in here.
That's how I would feel. Well, my friend that went to medical school,
Yeah.
she's young. She's like she's probably like in her mid 30s now, but she's been a doctor for a few years. So she was like 30 when
Yeah.
she started her residencies.
Yeah, which I feel like is common for
But young.
most doctors.
Yeah, but young. Like imagine you're a 50-year-old
You
coming
walked in
in.
and she was
Right,
and she looks young.
I think it's different too being a female doctor. There's
Yeah.
just
You're
if you-
smarter. I
I agree
trust
with
you.
that. Yeah.
No, I just mean like there's a 50-year-old man who's walking in, and this man lived in the 60s,
Vietnam?
70s, Nam.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a hard time.
Oh, accepting that you're so
Yeah.
young and a woman on top of that?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
knowledgeable, and you couldn't know about these stretch ass balls, bitch.
Last
many women there are in urology?
I don't know. Which I
there's
feel like
men
just as many in gynecology, but
Gynecology.
but obstetrician is the doctor, right?
The medical
Obstetrics.
surgical specialty focused on pregnancy is called obstetrics.
Oh, that's what I just said. Obstetrics.
Obstetrics.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
I was putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
And then a gynecologist is specifically the vaginal area, right?
Just they're non-surgical.
The interns.
Well, the obstetrician is more
Surgical, 'cause they're
surgical
delivering
specialty focused
babies.
on pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum.
Whereas
Whereas a gynecologist is,
general women's
All
gynecological
vagina
health.
stuff.
Women health.
which is why you usually have an OBGYN because they are both obstetricians
Aha.
and gynecologists.
The obgyn. It's
The obgyn.
Guy.
Women make up 11.8% of all practicing urologists in the U.S., which is the lowest proportion of female physicians among medical specialties.
But I feel like the ratio from women to men in obstetrics is high.
Let's see.
I feel like there's a lot of male.
So men make up slightly less than half of the
Obstetrician.
current actively practicing obstetrician gynecologists
So
in
it's
the United
half
States.
Yeah.
are men.
However,
so
the
weird.
specialty
Fuck out of my vagina.
I
just
always
slightly less.
specifically ask for a female.
Yeah, when I do my
gynecologist.
research, I look for women
Yeah,
doctors.
me
Yeah.
too.
40 to
also
50%.
because it's my anatomy better.
Oh, in recent years, 80 to 85% of new OBGYN residency applicants and trainees have been women.
Talking about.
Good job, women.
Yeah.
Thank you for
get you
carrying
some.
our-
It's
Our vaginas.
yeah, right? I
And
thought
babies.
I knew that the obstetrics was a lot of men. It's kind of weird.
I will tell our listeners, we haven't been posting a lot on social media, but I think we're going to go back and post some highlights because we had some really good conversation that people should be listening to.
Yes.
I agree.
But speaking of our current book club, today we're talking Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney.
Show enough.
And we have a cocktail for you, which is different than what we normally do. We decided, because this book has a twist, we decided to do something twisty. And also we garnished it with a lemon twist for the twist. We wanted it to be red because of the kimono. We did a sangria, and it is inspired by a recipe we found on All Recipes, which we will link, but we did make a couple adjustments. So it is also, when you're watching our cocktail being made on socials, it was a half batch.
serving.
Half batch, yeah. And so this is the full batch. So it's 1 bottle of red wine, a half a cup of brandy, a half a cup of triple sec, a 1/3 cup frozen lemonade concentrate, 1/3 cup orange juice, 1/4 cup lemon juice, sliced oranges, sliced lemons, sliced limes. We threw in some berries. The recipe called for maraschino cherries, which we did not have, so we did not add, but sure, throw in some eight cherries.
Do whatever you want. Throw some
Swap them
fruits
for-
in there.
Yeah. I think any fruit that makes you feel good.
Do it.
Do it. Put some frozen mango chunks, would have been delicious too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe into a white one. White sangria.
But I feel like even if we did the more of the berries for the red wine, even some frozen peaches
Oh,
or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, we
Frozen,
took-
frozen deliciousness.
Yeah.
Blueberries.
Yeah, we topped it with champagne, and the champagne we chose to top it with was actually a peach Bellini champagne. So it's fruity, it's a little bit sweet. We didn't put in the sugar that the recipe called for, but I think sangrias, what makes them nice is that they are really flexible.
Yes.
They are.
There's so many different varieties of
Yes.
sangrias out there. So
Yes.
this
So
is
find
good.
the one that you like, but we're gonna try this one and see what we think. So
Okay.
we're calling it Kiss Kiss Sangria. Yeah. Cheers.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's bomb.
No, it did not need any more sugar.
No, it did not at all.
All of the juices that we threw in. This is
good.
delightful.
That's a good one.
I like it.
Me too.
Right. Highly recommend.
Yes.
And if you make it, make sure you post a photo of it and tag us in there. All right, Rox, hit us with an author summary.
Alice Feeney is a British thriller author who grew up in Essex, England. Before she became known for her writing, she spent 15 years working as a journalist and producer for the BBC. During that time, she covered everything from breaking news to arts and entertainment. She interviewed celebrities, chasing stories, and spending years immersed in real-life mysteries and human behavior. She often said that her time in journalism taught her to pay close attention to the details people miss and the stories people choose to tell. Writing wasn't an overnight success for Alice. She began working on her first novel, Sometimes I Lie, while still working full-time at the BBC. She was writing on her train commutes, during lunch breaks, and late at night. After nearly a decade of rejections, the manuscript finally found an agent, and her debut went on to become an international bestseller. So today, Alice lives with her family in the Devon countryside in southwest England. She has said she loves quiet country life and writes from a small garden shed. It's her little she shed.
Oh,
back
she's a
there.
she shed. I want a she shed so bad.
Often with her dog nearby. Outside of writing, she's an avid reader who has credited authors like Stephen King and Roald Dahl with inspiring her love of storytelling from a young age.
Rox is going to give us a summary of the book that is spoiler-free.
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 I
And
think.
then we will be giving all the spoilers.
Yeah. So Rock, Paper, Scissors follows a married couple whose relationship has reached a breaking point. In an attempt to reconnect, they head to a secluded chapel in the Scottish Highlands for a weekend getaway that quickly turns into something much darker than a simple marriage retreat. As secrets from their past begin to unravel, you realize neither spouse is telling the whole truth, and every chapter makes you question who you should trust. It's one of those psychological thrillers that keeps pulling the rug out from under you until the very last page.
Hell yeah.
Let's jump into these chumpies.
Yes.
So my chapters are chapters 1 through 12. And I will say the book is written from different perspectives. You have Amelia's perspective, you have Adam's perspective, and then you get these love letters throughout, and then we'll get into some more detail, but that's all I'm telling you for now. Stay tuned. So the first chapter is Amelia. So Amelia Wright and her husband Adam drive through this snowstorm in the Scottish Highlands with their dog. Their dog's name is Bob. Amelia won the trip through a raffle. So she works for an animal shelter, and she won this from her work. She hopes the weekend can save their failing marriage because it is failing. Adam, and like you get to hear their perspectives and from their point of view, and you're like, how did these people ever love each other?
Yeah, it sounds
They're in a
rough.
rough place. So Adam, a successful screenwriter, has prosopagnosia, which is a condition that prevents him from recognizing faces, which I have heard of.
Same.
I had never heard of this.
No, never? I
One
don't
of the Try
understand
Guys
it.
has it, I think.
It's crazy because they reference it so much in the book.
Well, it's like part of the story is
Yeah,
that
for
he
sure.
cannot recognize faces.
yes, but
It affects
imagine
an estimated 2 to 3% of the global population.
2 to 3, I think is high.
Brad Pitt, Jane Goodall, Steve Wozniak, Oliver Sacks, Victoria, Crown Princess of Sweden.
Wait, Brad Pitt
Brad
and
Pitt.
Steve Wozniak really throw me off. I didn't
Right?
realize that.
Brad Pitt has discussed his struggles with facial recognition, often relying on alternative clues like voices or gaits to identify people.
Gates, like the way they walk?
Yeah.
That's
I do.
insane.
I notice the way people walk. And so when I'm walking across the building at work and I see someone and I don't
See their
recognize their frame because they're blurry,
Sure.
I can figure it out based on how they're walking.
That is so wild.
Do you know what? In my office, I'm like in the corner, but there's like a wall in front. It's a half wall in front of me, and the end of it is a column. So I cannot see people that are walking towards my office. So I can recognize people because
their
of the sound
footsteps?
of their
Yeah.
footsteps.
I can do that too. The speed and the cadence of
Yes.
their. Yep.
Yeah, it's usually
do
the
that.
sound of their feet because we don't have carpet, right? It's
This is all like trauma response from having to be vigilant as children. But
Do you think so?
I am 100% sure of that.
like being
Really?
detailed like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting. Maybe, yeah.
Being aware of your
I
surroundings.
know my
and-
conflict avoidance definitely is from that. So, okay, here's my question
No.
though. Is it like I see you normal, like clear as day? I just cannot like you're a stranger to me every time I see you?
Yeah.
Or is it like I can't, like your face is blurry?
Your face is blurry. Or like people with face blindness see the individual features of a face, like the eyes, nose, and mouth, but their brains cannot link these features together into a recognizable whole. To them, every face can look just as confusingly similar as a lineup of identical objects or animals.
But what, like to not see you because your face is blurry,
But it's not blurry.
but like to see you clearly and just not be able to
Yes.
think
It's
that
like
you're
I
just a
can't
stranger every
connect
time.
all of your features together.
It's like your face
weird.
is a puzzle that your brain can't put together.
That's
But
so
you would
wild.
be able, like, if you didn't recognize the face part, but you saw my hair and you knew what my hair looked like, Be like, I know
I'd be
that.
telling people like, stop cutting your hair.
Okay, so
Well, that's why he gets upset
Yeah, when she cuts her hair.
cuts her hair later.
So some individuals describe looking at a face as if they are looking at an unidentifiable collection of parts, or they may only see a blurry oval. Others see the features perfectly clearly, but the face fails to trigger any sense of recognition, much like seeing a stranger on the street.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, you just see a stranger, you see their face, you're not connecting anything to that face, right? Like,
Yeah.
And in the most
don't-
severe cases, individuals may not even recognize their own reflection in a mirror.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
That
That's
is
like
wild.
dementia almost.
Oh, that's
like
sad.
a
That would
form
be
of
hard.
dementia, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can't even.
But he does talk about, like, I wonder if Alice Feeney knows someone that has this. And so she was able to study it a little bit more.
He talks about not being able.
Like living with it for his whole life. And so it's just normal to him. It's not
Yes.
like he struggles with it. Like, yes.
But he
it's-
does because he relied on his wife when he would go to those
Yes.
industry parties to be like, okay, who's coming?
Yeah.
It gave me the vibes of Devil Wears Prada
Yeah.
when she's like, this is somebody and that's his wife. Blah, blah, blah. And
yeah.
she's like, yes, Amelia, tell me.
Yes, yeah. So he has this condition where he can't recognize faces, including his own wife's face. When they arrive at a converted chapel, they initially find it locked. You guys, right off the bat, this book started. I'm like, ooh, what's happening? So they get to this converted chapel, which is already a little bit spooky. It's like an abandoned church chapel.
Yeah.
And when they get there, the doors are locked. And then that's when Adam starts asking Amelia, like, how did you get this? How did you find this? Like, how
Yeah,
did we
who's
get
the
here?
host? What?
Yeah,
Where
what
are
is
we?
this? How do you get in? Do they not know that we're going to be here? And she's like, well, they do, but I think there's going to be a housekeeper or something. Maybe I can find out. So they start like walking around, and then they turn around and they discover that the front doors are just open.
Wide open.
Wide open. They're like, it was locked.
It was locked when we got here, right?
Yeah, and they start like kind of questioning. They're like, well, maybe someone opened it for us. Adam reflects on the growing distance in his marriage. So we start hearing from Adam, and he's got this marriage, and he's like admitting that he has little interest in the trip because he's like, I'm basically done. I know she wants this to be the trip that saves us, but I'm pretty much over it. And there are things that are sealing the deal. Like he can't find his phone, and he usually puts his phone in
But he
the
knew
dashboard.
she took his phone.
Yeah. So, but that's what I mean. Like, this is like all of this relationship. I'm done. Like, she's lying to me. She stole my phone out of
shenanigans.
she stole my phone out of the glove box and put it back in the house. But inside the chapel, he and Amelia find a cold, rustic space and signs that no one has visited in some time. Like, there's spider webs and there's like just
Layers of dust on things.
yeah. As they explore, the chapel doors suddenly slam shut behind them. There's a letter written by Adam's wife in 2007. It recounts the early days of their relationship. So it's like right before they got married. Adam has a screenplay called Rock, Paper, Scissors. And in the screenplay, he mentions that this guy writes his wife a letter or something every year on the anniversary and never gives it to her, but it's like kind of dark and twisted. And she's like, I don't expect it to be that, but I don't know if I'm going to ever give them to you, but I do want to write these letters to you every year on an anniversary. And so she's remembering reading it without his permission, and then it causes a little bit of an argument, but then Adam surprises her because she's been asking for a dog. She works at this shelter, and she found a dog that's just absolutely perfect. We have to have it, and he doesn't want a dog, but she walks in and she's like pissed because some other couple wants to adopt
They're
this
about to
dog.
adopt it.
And she's like, I want to deny them because this should be my dog. And then when she walks in later, Adam has the dog and is proposing with the name tag attached to its collar. And then she's overwhelmed by the gesture. Like, he got her the dog and is asking to marry her. She forgets to answer immediately. And the couple play rock, paper, scissors to seal their engagement, which becomes kind of their thing.
He
They
lets her win.
He lets
every
her win
time.
every single time. So it's like, if I win, I'll say yes. If you win, say no.
Yeah.
And they play rock, paper, scissors.
And she wins.
Now we go back to Adam's point of view, and Adam reveals he was the one who slammed the chapel door, but keeps it from Amelia. So like, he's like, it's clear they don't like each other. And when they start talking, it's very obvious, like, oh, these people kind of hate each other, especially from when you're reading it and you read that first letter, you're like, where did we go?
Yeah, like,
to
what
get to this
happened
point?
here?
Yeah, because they went from truly being in love and they're like this perfect couple to really like,
They're falling
you're-
apart.
You're almost questioning, like, are they going to kill each other?
Yeah. Yeah. I did think in the beginning, like, oh, her plan is to kill him.
And his plan is to kill her.
Yes. Because he's like, this will be our last trip
Yeah.
together. Right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, what are you doing? So they discover a note left by an unknown housekeeper. Adam says he saw Amelia attempt to leave his cell phone at home and has been lying about it, leaving him suspicious of her motives for the trip. They discover this large freezer stocked with meals. And it's like meals for months.
Like already
someone
made
could live
meals.
there
You
for
just
a while.
have to
warm it up.
warm it up.
Yeah. And a wine cellar that is like jam packed with all these wines beneath the floor.
And he's like, jackpot.
Yeah, he's like, this is going to be a great trip. Amelia recalls her tragic childhood, having been born moments after her parents died in a car accident.
Which they don't explain right away. And she says, my parents died before I was born. And I was like, how the hell are your parents dead before you're born? I don't get it.
I know you sent that in the group chat, and we're like, just keep reading.
Yeah. I was like, that statement makes absolutely no sense.
The doctor delivered her at the scene.
Oh, yeah. But the parents were basically gone. They were saving that baby out of
A dead body.
Yeah, a doctor was there when their car got hit on the way to the hospital.
Was it the doctor that hit the car?
I don't know.
Or he was just nearby? Yeah, okay, so...
He witnessed
yeah,
the
they didn't
accident, saw they were both dead, but then delivered because she was in active labor and far enough along. He delivered the baby right after the mother died.
Which is so crazy to think. But like when she said it, I was like, what?
Yeah.
That scenario makes sense now, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even thought of
Your
that
brain didn't
scenario.
go there.
Yeah, and my brain
Like,
did not
how
go.
are you dead before you were
yeah,
born?
like how do you have dead parents before you're alive?
The discovery of the wine cellar increases her unease.
Because she's like, it's under the floor.
And it's a little creepy, and she doesn't like it
to
down
get a
there.
little freaked. She doesn't want to go down to the wine cellar, and he's like, I'll go get it, whatever. In a letter celebrating their first anniversary, so we're back to Adam's wife, she starts recalling their financial struggles and his breakthrough opportunity to adapt a novel by his favorite author, Henry Winter. And he's kind of obsessed with Henry Winter,
So much.
very much so. And she almost hints like, I'll never tell you what I did to help you get that or something.
Yeah, you'll
like,
never forgive me
Yeah.
if you
and-
know what I did.
Yes.
And I thought she fucked the author.
Yeah, maybe. But there was definitely this
Yes.
ominous sense of she did something, and I guess I can never let you read this letter because
Now you're gonna
I've
know.
told you too much.
Yeah.
Although Adam believes he earned the chance on his own, she secretly helped make it happen, and she worries that revealing the truth could damage their marriage. After sharing dinner and wine, Amelia begins to feel close to Adam again and nearly reaches for his hand, which again, like we're going
Moments.
from this like she is in love and doing everything she can to make his life better, and now they don't even want to touch each other.
Touch hands.
Touch hands. Every anniversary, they're giving each other gifts.
The gift that's like the anniversary
Like
gift.
the traditional
Yeah.
gift. So
Yes.
anniversary year 1 is is paper. So she like folds him an origami paper crane that's supposed to represent good luck. They don't have any money.
Right.
So he like really values it, and he's super superstitious.
Yes.
So he's like,
Because
I'll keep
something
it
really
forever.
great
Ooh, because
happened after he got
he
the
got
paper
the
crane.
contract
he got
with
the
Contract
Henry
with
Winter
Henry
thing.
Winter, and so he's like, this is good luck.
My good luck charm.
I'm never gonna get rid of it.
You made me this.
Yes. And he does do nice things that are also like paper and whatever the anniversary thing is. Some of them are better than others. She definitely puts a lot more thought into it, right? So now we know that she's given him this crane. They're sitting there in front of the in front of the fire, and they have this moment where they're almost gonna touch. And then if things do not go according to plan, she does not expect both of them to return home, which is again ominous AF. Why?
Yeah.
What do you mean? You guys aren't going
You're
to
gonna
both of you turn
bury
home?
his ass in the snow?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening? She pulls away like, oh, I shouldn't do this. Like, I want to touch him, but I shouldn't. And then she like pulls away last minute, and he's like, this fucking bitch.
But and they like almost get upset about something.
She gets upset because he's in his wallet and pulls out the origami crane, and she's like, this shit still? And
Yeah, and she gets all upset. She takes it away from him with little to distract him. He focuses on the origami crane his wife once gave him. And when Amelia, like, she reacts, she takes it and she throws it into the fire. And so she throws it into the fire, and Adam rescues it. He, like, pulls it out of the fire.
and like pats it out so
Stokes
it's got
it out.
burnt ends.
And now he's pissed. He's like, this is just sealed the
The
deal.
last straw.
Yeah.
You threw my lucky crane in the fire.
Yes. The incident convinces him to move forward with his secret plan he has been considering all weekend.
Which is, we don't know.
Again, we don't know what this plan is, but for sure some's killing someone. That's all
what
I
I-
can think of.
yes.
Like, they both want to kill each other.
Yes.
So now we're at the second anniversary letter, and it reflects on Adam's growing success as a screenwriter. His wife is proud of his achievements, but feels increasingly isolated as work consumes more of his time and attention. She's feeling less and less seen. And so then you're like, okay, maybe this is where the tension is. But still, even then, Adam surprises her by purchasing a rundown house for them to renovate together. And she feels hopeful about their future. She's excited and like, I can't believe he bought me a whole house. And it's like, okay, no, they still really love each other. Amelia apologizes eventually back in the house. We're listening to Amelia's point of view. She apologizes for throwing the crane into the fire and confronts Adam about his emotional distance. To her surprise, he kisses her, briefly rekindling feelings she thought were gone. And later, while retrieving more wine, she goes again and she's like, we need more wine. Let me go get some. She goes to the kitchen. She starts pouring it and she looks up and there's a face staring back at her
like
in the
white
window,
face
which is my biggest fear
Oh,
ever.
I hate that thought.
Every
Same.
time I think like, oh my God, is there a face staring at me in the window? It'll stop my heart.
I will close all the curtains before I
Yes.
turn off any lights.
yeah.
Because it scares the crap out of me.
See.
My door doesn't have, my back door just has the glass panel and no like blind or curtain on it. And so
Oh,
at
yeah,
night,
yeah.
when I come down the stairs, I'll stare out that window until I can see fully what's out there before I step off the landing.
Oh gosh.
You're not going to catch me unawares, motherfucker.
You're not going to catch me slipping.
When she sees this face staring at her, she drops all the wine and stuff. It goes everywhere. Adam rushes to comfort Amelia after she drops the bottle of wine and cuts her hand. As they clean up, Amelia questions how Adam knew where supplies were stored, which there is this sense of he knows this house a little bit.
It was almost like, though, I felt like if you go to an Airbnb and you're like, okay, I need a broom, and you like, it should be here. Like, you just
Yeah,
have this
you
innate
think,
reaction
God, this
of
is
where
where
it
I would
should
put
be.
it.
Yes, I feel like it
90%
was.
of the time, I feel like you're like, why is it here? Like, why is it in this random?
But I feel like that was his reaction. Like, oh,
Why
there
is it
should be.
above the microwave.
Why is the dustpan in the hall closet and the broom in the shower? But yeah, it felt like it was just like, oh, let me look here, and he got it. Like, first try.
Yeah.
Kudos to him.
So she's questioning Adam, like how you know where everything is. Unable to contact anyone because of the storm. They don't have any service. They become increasingly uneasy. When Bob growls at the door, Adam investigates and finds several faces staring back at him outside. So it's like, but it's dark and it's stormy, so all you can see are these eyes looking at him.
Yeah.
Ooh. We're back at a letter marking their third anniversary. Adam's wife recalls attending a film industry party that Adam disliked because of his inability to recognize faces. While Adam hopes to speak with author Henry Winter, she secretly prevents it from happening because he can't recognize faces. He doesn't realize that
She's like,
Henry
nope,
Winter
I don't
is there.
see him. I don't see him at all.
He must not have come. Weird. But it was clear that he was kind of like following and hoping to talk to them, and she was avoiding him. So the evening ends on a romantic note when they return home together for their third anniversary.
Then we jump into chapters 13 to 25. In Adam's perspective, he starts cracking up when he opens the door and realizes he's staring at a bunch of faces of sheep. Amelia remains convinced she saw a person watching them and begins to suspect somebody is spying on them.
Yeah, and they're talking about like, oh, maybe it was the housekeeper that you saw. Any chance that it was the housekeeper, right? She's like,
But she's like, why would she be outside glaring at me in the window?
It's just a little awkward. I don't know.
So then the story shifts to Robin. Robin is a middle-aged woman living near the chapel. She's secretly watching Amelia and Adam arrive and is surprised they chose to visit Blackwater Chapel during such dangerous weather. And as she observes them settling in, Robin believes they have made a serious mistake by coming here.
Robin, from the very beginning, you're like, oh, she's got some weird vibes. Like, she's this woman who lives alone, secluded, next to the chapel, and she's kind of creepy.
Yeah. So after the wine bottle is broken, Amelia goes down to the wine crypt, kind of unwillingly, because Adam's like, it was me last time, so you get your ass down there and get us a new bottle.
And she's freaked out by it.
She is. So she's walking down the stairs. The flashlight dies because the batteries are old. And so she goes in darkness. And just as she finds the bottle of wine, the power supply fails and the trap door at the top slams shut, trapping her underground.
She loses her shit, which... Same. I would too.
Yeah.
I would literally be curled up in the corner, like I wouldn't have moved back to the wall, just
I would have
screaming,
been crawling,
like,
trying to get to the stairs.
I'm not going anywhere.
Help me!
I can't see anything.
So Robin spends the day making her monthly trip to a nearby village for supplies before returning to her isolated cottage where she lives as a recluse with an unnamed companion, which is like a rabbit, a big floppy rabbit. The cottage once served as a refuge for her mother.
Yeah, that's right.
During her father's abuse. From her window, Robin catches the chapel from afar and notices the lights suddenly go out, and she suspects the visitor's luck may be about to run out.
All of them, they're all trying to kill each other. We don't know why.
So trapped in the dark wine cellar, Amelia hears what sounds like someone whispering her name. As panic sets in, an asthma attack begins, and she calls for Adam to bring her inhaler. While waiting, she reflects on her difficult childhood in foster care. Using matches to navigate the darkness, Amelia continues to hear mysterious voices calling to her.
Yeah, she hears like,
This is giving me the chills. You guys are good. This is creepy.
Adam searches for Amelia's inhaler and eventually brings it to her in the wine crypt.
he takes way too long to find it, by the way.
Yeah, he does. He's hoping she fucking passes out. So the power suddenly returns and Amelia clings to him in relief. As they embrace, Adam feels unexpectedly protective of his wife, though he knows he should feel guilty about the secrets he's keeping. So after recovering from the scare, Amelia and Adam explore the chapel's upper floor. They find family photos lining the staircase and 4 doors, including one that's marked "Danger, keep out." Only one of the 4 doors that they find is unlocked, and they open the door and the bedroom is furnished almost identically to their personal bedroom, which Amelia is immediately unsettled. And Adam's just like, maybe they shop at the same Kohl's.
Yeah, but she's like, I got like customs. I got this, like the stuff I got was expensive and custom, and like I replaced all the things and like down to the
Throw pillows and
Yes,
everything, the
yes,
lamps, they're
yes.
all the same.
It's wild.
Later, she's preparing for a romantic evening. She's like, I'm going to dress up in lingerie and we're going to be banging. But she comes out to the room and Adam is nowhere to be found. So while she's in there jerking her gherkin and figuring out the lingerie,
Jerking her gherkins.
while she's figuring out what lingerie to put on, Adam's like, fuck this. And he goes out and he's like, I want to see what this danger door is all about. And he discovers that it goes to the bell tower, and he's reflecting on Amelia's behavior, like locking his fucking phone in the house, or supposedly did. And he reveals that she secretly purchased life insurance policy on his name and had him sign it when she thought he was drunk. Like he was pretending to be drunk after having a few beers. And she's like, oh, this is the ticket, my man, sign here. And made it sound like it wasn't a life insurance policy. Like he was just signing shit for work. So he also admits that both he and Amelia have been unfaithful during their marriage, which is why I thought she banged Henry Winter. Anyways, Amelia joins Adam on the bell tower. Like, found you here.
Okay, keep going.
Where they share wine beneath the stars, and when Amelia accidentally strikes the chapel bell, a swarm of bats erupts from the tower. And then, like, part of the building crumbles away, and Adam nearly falls to his death. And Amelia hesitates before reaching out to him to prevent a serious accident. And instead of gratitude, Adam realizes, like, the hesitation happened, and he's like, this bitch almost fucking let me die.
Yes.
But in her perspective, she doesn't talk about a hesitation.
Yes,
really.
she does.
She does for a split second, but then she goes, he is so ungrateful that I saved his life.
Yeah, right,
And it's
yeah.
like, wait a second.
But you paused.
Yes.
Your immediate reaction was like, oh my God. It was like, oh, he's going to die. Oh, I should help him.
Also, she might have really poor reflexes. Just saying.
She's
All
like,
right.
this might affect my asthma.
Can I breathe? Can I hold?
I'm just saying. Not everybody's reactions happen
That's true.
quickly.
I don't react very
All right.
quickly, but I don't think I'd be like, oh no.
We don't know how long she paused.
Oh.
In his world, it could have felt like an eternity because he's about to die. In her world,
That's
it could have
true.
been like,
A little
oh
blip.
shit, he's dying.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Fine.
But again, the past we know is
not good.
They both want to kill each other. so-
Exactly. Adam dreams that he and Amelia, they go to bed. Adam dreams that he and Amelia leave the chapel during the storm. The tensions between them boil over, and he sees a woman wearing a red kimono step into the road, and despite his warnings, the car strikes her, sending her flying through the air. Amelia is waking Adam up from this reoccurring nightmare and confronts him. She reveals the dream is rooted in a real tragedy from his childhood. When Adam was 13, his mother was killed in a hit and run while wearing a red kimono, because she was the lady of the night. And because of his inability to recognize faces, he was there, saw the person driving, and Adam could never identify the driver. And after Adam falls back asleep, Amelia is awakened by a strange noise elsewhere in the chapel.
But wait, did you find it strange? Because she doesn't just, she's like, you had the nightmare. Let me comfort you. And then she's like, tell me everything that happened. And she pulls out a notebook and like writes the whole
Oh yeah, they
thing
talk
down.
about that a little later.
They do.
Like it's
But
like part of his therapy. And he's like, you don't have to write it down. She's like, I do. Tell me every detail.
Yeah.
So Robin leaves her cottage in the middle of the night and makes her way to the chapel. She reflects on her knowledge of Adam's past and hints that she knows more about his mother's death than he does. Using a key, Robin quietly lets herself inside the chapel while Amelia and Adam sleep. Who did you think Robin was? Did you think she was related at all?
I thought Robin was October, the celebrity lady.
Yeah, but we haven't learned about October yet. So I don't think I made any assumptions of who she was.
I thought
like
she
she
was the
clearly
mom.
knows them. Oh.
Like, the mom faked her death.
Oh, I never thought that. No, yeah, I never thought that. But I definitely didn't. I was like, oh, clearly she knows him or knows them. I didn't make any assumptions. I didn't know how yet.
Okay. So then we go into the 5th anniversary letter, and it recounts the emotional roller coaster of Adam's wife discovering she's pregnant after years of trying to conceive. Adam misses an important doctor's appointment because of work, leaving her to face the news alone because she's like, here I go again. They're going to tell me this very last round of IVF didn't work, but she's pregnant. And so she's so excited, and it briefly fills her with hope. But later that day, before she can tell him, only hours later, she suffers a miscarriage. Devastated by the loss, she writes the letter while mourning both the child and the growing distance between them.
And then we go into My Chumps, chapters 26 through 38. She hears footsteps climbing the stairs, and Amelia becomes convinced someone is inside the chapel. She's terrified, so she locks herself in the bedroom and arms herself with a razor, which is funny because she just leaves Adam out there. She doesn't even tell him, like, hey, there's somebody in the house. She freaking barricades herself in and lets him
She's
die.
barricading herself in the bathroom.
I know, but she leaves him in the bedroom. So the pounding on the door turns out to, because somebody starts pounding on the bathroom door, turns out to be Adam, who admits that he heard strange noises downstairs as well, which is why he went down to check.
Yes.
So unable to explain the noises, they agree to leave the chapel in the morning and find comfort in each other for the first time in a long time. Like, they have little moments of like intimacy, and they're like, oh, it's been a while since we've done this. This is kind of nice.
Even like a touch of the hand is like, oh my God.
Yeah, like we do
still
have
like
a little
me?
spark, maybe.
Yeah.
So then they decide to go to sleep, and Amelia falls asleep. Adam sneaks downstairs to continue whatever he was doing down there. And he talks about how he like steps on the certain stairs to make sure that neither one of them, he knows which ones are creaky, so he's going to avoid those. And he reflects kind of cynically on the marriage and argues that people change too much to promise a lifelong love. Adam admits that he intentionally cut the chapel's power multiple times as part of his hidden plan, which they never tell us what his hidden plan is.
No.
And then he's like, oh, but the generator kicked on, and I wasn't anticipating that. So the second time I did it, I had to shut off the generator first.
To make sure that that didn't happen again. So then it's a letter for their 5th anniversary. And Adam's wife is reflecting on her lingering grief after losing their baby and her frustration at always putting Adam's ambitions ahead of her own. Adam gives her a magnolia tree and a single ticket to a play that she's been wanting to go to.
How
'Cause it's like
pissed would you be if you got a
Single ticket. I'm not going with you, but I'm
yeah.
I know
sending
this
you.
is something that you wanted to do, so go enjoy that.
Have fun watching this
I would
play
be-
by yourself.
I would be pissed. I'd be like, I have to go by myself.
Like, thank
You
you
don't
for
wanna
the
go with me?
ticket, but you couldn't at least give me 2 tickets and let me take someone if you didn't want to
But
go?
like, even like, no, it's an anniversary gift. You should be like, we're going to
see
Yes,
this play
right?
you've wanted to
Like,
see.
if my husband was like, I bought you 3 tickets so that you girls can go and do something, I'd be like, I mean, cool, but also
Maybe for like
But
your
what
birthday.
are you doing for us?
yeah. Like, what's our anniversary? How are we
Yeah.
celebrating this
together?
marriage?
That we've been together for 5 years.
I love you so much that I want you to leave and
Yeah.
go have fun with your friends.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Later, she discovers him drinking wine with the actress because she goes to the play. She comes home and she
Comes
finds
home
him,
early because there was a fire alarm at the play.
and she finds him at home drinking wine with October O'Brien, which
Now
is like
I'm livid.
the
I
actress
was
that
annoyed about
We're
the-
about to fight.
Yes. Because you chose not to go with me, and now you're here drinking with a woman, which is the actress that was going to play in the rock, paper, scissors.
I thought she was just trying to get it funded. They weren't actively, like, she learned about his rock, paper, scissors project by doing this other project with him. And she was like, oh, this is great. I want to help you get this in front of the right people.
That and she was going to star in it and
Yes.
help promote it.
But she was already like producing it and she was
No,
she
okay.
was cast in it or whatever.
Okay.
So she finds him drinking with October O'Brien, and she's somebody she expected to dislike, but finds impossible not to admire. Like, she kind of is like, damn it, I kind of like this girl. So despite her insecurities, the evening ends with Adam reminding her that she is still his most important person.
Well, because too, October is very disarming, and she was like, "Can
very
you?
pretty.
Yeah, can you believe that your husband said he told me he's never cooked a meal for you?" And so I was like, "This is your anniversary. You need to go home and cook for her."
Yeah.
and you're
She's
like,
and
"Oh,
that's how we ended up here.
yeah,
Yeah. So then,
I still don't know how I feel about it.
I
no,
would
because
still
you should have been at the play with me.
But
Get
you
the
should
fuck
leave.
out of my house."
Yeah.
You found out it was my anniversary, and then you chose to come back to watch him cook dinner for me. And then what were you going to do? Wait for me to
Yeah.
get back? And then what?
Yeah, right.
So,
Or were you gonna sneak out so I didn't know you were here? 'Cause
yeah,
that's
like
also
what was the end game?
not
here?
okay?
Yeah.
Yes. So then Robin reveals that she spent the night hiding inside the chapel library while secretly observing Amelia and Adam. She reflects on her history with the chapel.
At this point, I thought it was October.
Oh, that's who I
Robin
thought.
was
Yeah,
October.
because now you're connecting. Like, oh, October got, she was there for their anniversary. Like, maybe something actually more happened,
Yeah.
and she's a little obsessed, right?
Yeah.
And so she reflects on her history with the chapel and hints that its true nature is being hidden from the visitors. Like, they don't know the real reason that
They don't know
they're
who
here at this
used to live
chapel.
here, or yeah. And there are things that are like covered up, or things that
That are
like,
taken down or
taken
moved.
Yeah, like the room they can't get into, and the doors are locked and then unlocked.
Some of the
and-
picture frames you can tell were removed because there's
A hole.
undusted
Yeah.
squares, like
Yes.
sun bleached areas.
Yes. So growing angry at the couple's plans to leave, Robin decides that the things will not happen so easily. She becomes convinced that at least one of them will never leave the chapel. And then I'm like, okay, now everybody's going to kill each
Everyone's
other.
killing somebody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Death to all.
Before sunrise, Amelia wakes Adam to tell him that Bob disappeared.
This was the saddest part about the whole book.
Oh, I
Where
know.
is Bob?
I know.
I'm so
Poor
sad
little
for him.
Bob.
He's out there in the snow, and they didn't know how long he's been gone.
No, because it was the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So they search the chapel. Amelia notices that Adams expertly avoids every creaking stair. Like, now she realizes, like, how do you know which stairs are creaky? Suggesting that he knows the building far better than he claims. So when they find no signs of Bob, Adam reveals he has secretly kept his cell phone all along, despite pretending it was left behind.
He like
So
pulls out it to call or to use the flashlight or something, and she's like, "I thought you didn't have your phone."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I did because I saw you take it."
Yes.
Wild.
So Amelia realizes that both of them are hiding far more than they have admitted. So while searching for Bob, Adam and Amelia finally confront each other about their lies. Amelia admits that she hid Adam's phone because she felt ignored, while Adam reveals that he secretly retrieved it before the trip. She's like, I just wanted to spend more time with you. Like, you're always on your phone, whatever. And he's like, well, I saw you hide it, so then I went and got it. So they're in the crypt, and they discover a pamphlet detailing
With all the dead wine.
Yes.
It is the place where dead grapes go.
Ah. Well, and isn't a crypt something that's below?
Yeah,
think
but I
so.
think of like a tomb.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
So they find this pamphlet that talks about the Blackwater Chapel's history, including its past as a prison for accused witches. The pamphlet also mentions reports of visitors hearing their names whispered through the crypt, adding another layer of uneasiness
That would
to
really
their situation.
freak me the fuck out.
Yeah. So certain that someone is deliberately trying to frighten them, Amelia and Adam head outside to search for Bob. They discover a strange collection of wooden animal statues and an old graveyard behind the chapel. Remembering a nearby cottage, they decide to investigate. When no one answers the door, Adam spots a gray-haired woman inside who silently closes the curtains after noticing him.
He like goes around back to try and see
Like,
like,
peek
is anyone
through the
here?
windows.
It sounds like someone's in here. They're knocking on the door, and then he like sees her, and she's like offended, like
She just like closes the window. And the best part is he tells her like it was a gray-haired woman. She's like, oh, so she was old? And he's like, well, no, not necessarily. And she's like,
yeah.
well, what do you mean she was gray-haired?
It's like I couldn't see her face. I
couldn't
don't know
tell
if she was
you.
old, but she had gray hair.
Yes. Inside the cottage, Robin listens to Amelia and Adam from behind closed curtains because she can hear everything they're saying. We're not in like a well-insulated cottage. Although their visit surprises her, she remains confident that her plan is unfolding exactly as she intended. And Robin believes she has had an advantage because she knows secrets about both of them that they don't even know about each other.
There's also some hints of like Robin's crazy. She's buying baby food from the grocery store.
Oh, yeah,
She's
yeah.
like some of the things that they say about Robin's life is like,
Trying to discredit her a little bit.
yeah, and she's definitely seems a little crazy.
So unable to get a response from the woman in the cottage, Amelia and Adam decide to climb a nearby hill in search of civilization. So before leaving, Amelia writes a note asking for help and slips it under the cottage door. They hear movement inside and realize the woman has been listening to them all along. So then Robin watches Amelia and Adam climb the hill before preparing to return to the chapel. She reveals that she is the one who took Bob and feels no guilt about it. Confident that her plans remain on track, Robin heads back towards Blackwater Chapel carrying the dog's red collar, which at first I thought, she killed him.
Yeah, same.
So in their 6th anniversary letter, Adam's wife recalls the success surrounding the production of Rock, Paper, Scissors and the glamorous lifestyle that came with Adam's growing career. Like things are finally starting to turn up for them, right? And October O'Brien welcomes them to her villa in France where they celebrate their anniversary. As a gift, she gives Adam a heavy iron key tied to a secret from her past, though she ultimately decides not to tell him its significance. She's like, just here's a key.
Which that would be, if I got a giant heavy key for our anniversary, I'd be like, what is this for? I wouldn't just be like, cool, that's an ornate key. Let me put it in my ass.
Did you buy me a castle in France?
Yeah, like what does this go to? Because it's not, what is this for?
Why would you put it in your ass?
Well,
Key, let me put it in my
we know what she does with the axe handles.
I just meant like it doesn't really go to anything. So why, like what? I was being facetious.
That's the first thing that Rachel thinks of. She's like, great, something I don't know what it's for, I'll put it in my ass.
Let's see how it fits.
Lock and key, baby, lock and key.
Twist and see if I unlock, baby.
Oh, that's got to poke a hole in the intestine. Don't twist.
God, oh gosh. This is just a PSA. Please don't put large keys in your ass. Thank
Or
you.
really
It's
large
dangerous.
anything in your rectum.
I won't yuck your yum, but I feel like keys are probably.
It needs to have a flared base. Let's be safe.
So that it can't get eaten alive.
So it doesn't get trapped in your ass. You need a flared base.
A flared base and probably something smooth. Like let's not all the ridges of a key.
guys.
That would
Oh,
hurt.
yeah.
From the top of the hill overlooking Blackwater Chapel, Adam experiences a strong sense of deja vu after seeing the woman in the cottage. He begins to suspect.
He brings the suspect bound and gagged to the front of the hill.
Okay,
And-
axe handle, calm down.
Whoa. Well, apparently we turn an eye for axe handles, but as soon as the whips and chains and handcuffs show up, we don't no longer want
We
to
are
smack a
not
little booty
smacking a
up
little
with
booty.
that belt. Get it
He
together.
begins to suspect that Robin may be responsible for the strange events surrounding their trip. As the weather worsens, both Adam and Amelia spot a woman in a red kimono entering the chapel below, reigniting memories of Adam's reoccurring nightmare. She's just like walking in with a red kimono.
Yeah,
But she like runs in, like she sees them on the hill, and clearly they see her, and she's like, "They gotta catch me first, motherfucker!"
But truly, I'm like this. At this point, I'm like, Robin's kind of a bitch. She's
Yeah.
like, I know things about you, and now I'm gonna like make you see things, and now I'm wearing a red kimono, and it's like, damn, Robin, you're savage.
With Amelia and Adam away, Robin enters the chapel and searches through their belongings. She makes their bed, she takes some personal items, and tampers with others. When she finds Amelia's inhaler, she empties it before putting it back. Like she's trying to kill this lady.
Yeah, she said, "Fuck Amelia."
Robin also discovers the origami crane Adam keeps in his wallet and is surprised by the sentimental gesture. She's kind of surprised he still has it.
All right, so then we jump into Matt Chumps. Adam races ahead to investigate the figure entering the chapel, while Amelia struggles to keep up through the snow and worsening asthma symptoms. It's not funny. As someone who has asthma, it's not funny to be having asthma symptoms.
No, and he was kind of a dick about it too, because he was like, "Oh yeah, I've been running and this bitch is out of shape, and I hear her breathing hard behind me, but fuck her." Keep up,
as a
bitch.
woman in a red kimono, I think I would, if my whole life or most of my life has been about this woman in the red kimono and
Getting
what
hit
happened
by
to
a
her.
car. Like, this is my mom.
I'd be like, what the hell? I need to go find out what this
My
Sorry,
mom.
bitch. I hope you have your inhaler. I gotta go. The chapel bell begins ringing, confirming that someone is actually inside. It's not just like a figment of his imagination. Amelia discovers unfamiliar boots near the entrance and eventually follows Adam to a hidden room concealed behind the library.
Robin is like slowly opening little parts of the house for them at a time. Like, okay, it's been a minute.
Yes.
You can enter this room now.
Yeah.
And it's been a night. You can have this access now.
Yes. At first, you don't know that it's Robin, and then she starts telling you, like, I let him see this, and now I'm going to open this up.
But
and
the
I'm gonna leave it
library isn't
open.
like that they get into isn't super hidden. It's just like, it's almost like the way they describe it, it's like offset walls. And if you just, it looks like it's all one panel, but if you walk a certain way, you see there's like a hallway here and you keep going.
I thought it had like a pull down this book and then.
Oh
open
no,
this
I
door.
thought it was
Like the
just like
Batcave.
offset walls and you kind of, it was hidden to like the untrained eye, but if you knew it was there, you could be like, get in.
Interesting.
What a horrible hidden room. So, in her 7th anniversary letter, Adam's wife reflects on the death of October Bryan. But she committed suicide, and her suicide devastated Adam and halts production of his screenplay.
Because she was the attraction.
Yeah, she was the
She
actress.
was
She
rock,
was the
paper,
reason why.
and scissors.
Yes, she was the reason that it was getting produced and made. So at the same time, Adam grows increasingly close to Henry Winter. He's developing like a friendship with him. And as Adam pursues new opportunities, his wife feels increasingly isolated and finds comfort in a growing friendship with a coworker.
I thought this was a man.
At first, I did.
Because they talk
Yeah.
about them cheating. So you're like, oh, must be
Like,
where she cheated.
Well, I
This is
thought
who
she
she
slept
slept
with Henry Winter at first, and then I was like, oh, now she finds someone and she's gonna leave him. Like,
Yeah.
this is why
This
they're
is the
at the
start of
cottage.
Their shitty, yeah.
This is why they're at the chapel because she's getting ready to leave for the coworker.
Yes, yeah. These are all the assumptions we were making. That's
Exactly.
not what happened.
Let's find out.
So, hidden inside the chapel with Bob, Robin listens to Amelia and Adam searching the building. So, as she waits, she reflects on guilt, mistakes, and reasons people commit terrible acts. Robin remains convinced that everyone's actions, no matter how harmful, stem from something deeper. True. Or just you're shitty. I guess you could just be shitty.
Yeah, that's true.
Inside the hidden study, Adam realizes the room belonged to Henry Winter. He's like talking about there was this article. They posted one photo of him in the place where he wrote. This was Henry Winter's place that he wrote his books. And he begins to suspect that Henry somehow orchestrated the entire weekend.
He's like, my friend brought me to his place of writing.
Yes, Amelia reacts with fear, revealing that she has always been intimidated by Henry. Before they can investigate further, they hear a dog barking outside and rush out in search of Bob. Following the sound of the barking, Amelia and Adam discover a snowman fashioned to resemble Henry Winter. Like, again, we know that's Robin, right? You're like, what a crazy bitch. What is happening?
Because he always wore a tweed jacket and had like a corn
tie.
cob pipe type or bow tie. And he was always very formal, but it was always a
Yes.
tweed jacket. And now the snowman has
corn cob pipe like fucking
And a-
Frosty.
a button nose, bitch. Perhaps two eyes made out of coal. We don't know.
Complete with his trademark clothing and pipe. Not corn cob, though. Nearby, they find Bob's collar placed atop a snow-cleared gravestone. So, like, there's all these gravestones in the cemetery, and now all of a sudden, one of them, the snow has been cleared off, and on the headstone, it reveals that Henry Winter died in 2018, proving he cannot be behind the events unfolding at the chapel. And now, like, Adam has this moment. He's, like, shaken by the revelation of Henry's death.
Because he had no idea he had died.
And he
Yeah.
received manuscripts and stuff from him.
Yes.
So he's like, I guess I kind of cut off my ties with him. I was trying to go separate ways. And, I think Amelia even talks about how she was like, you need to start being your own person. Like, stop writing his stories or making his stories into your scripts. Like, write your own story. So he kind of reveals, I haven't actually talked to Henry Winter in a long time. They start to return, arguing over who they can actually trust. They don't really know. They agree that staying at the chapel is no longer safe and decide to leave immediately. Their plan falls apart when they discover all 4 tires on Amelia's car have been slashed. And she's like, at first she's like, oh, maybe I ran something over. And then it's like, look at this. Like, clearly they are slashed to death.
And I was like, Robin's getting ready to murk a bitch.
Yes, yeah. So Robin returns to her cottage with Bob, who is alive, and reflects on Henry Winter's final days. Before his death, Henry called Robin to Blackwater Chapel and entrusted her with his affairs. Like, now she's talking about her relationship with Henry Winters. After sharing a final celebration, Henry died from an overdose. Rather than report his death, Robin secretly buried him in the chapel, which she didn't kill him. He gave himself the overdose.
He did. Because he was sick and dying, and he was like, I'm going out.
Escaped from the hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like, this is how I'm going out on my own terms.
I'm going out on my own terms. Yeah, exactly. Rather than report his death, Robin secretly buried him in the chapel graveyard and assumed responsibility for maintaining the illusion that he was still alive. So she was sending in the manuscript. She was sending in communications to the what's it
Agent
called?
or whatever.
Editor.
There you go.
Communicating with only a secret few people on his behalf. In her 8th anniversary letter now, Adam's wife admits she has begun questioning both Adam's career and their marriage. She's frustrated that Adam invited Henry into their lives without consulting her. She temporarily leaves and stays with her coworker, who she believes is a supportive friend. Eventually, Adam and his wife decide to let a game of rock, paper, scissors determine whether they should stay together. So she comes home from staying the night at her friend's house. She walks in and she's like, if I win, we leave. We separate, we get a divorce. And if I lose and you win,
we'll stay together.
Knowing that he has always let her win. And they go through rock, paper, scissors, and he does not do what they always do.
He wins.
Yeah.
And it's like this conversation of I know it's hard, but I think this should be a sign that we're meant to be together and we love each other.
That we're
we
trying
clearly
to
love each other.
not separate.
We both did something different trying to prevent
Yes. This separation.
the separation, yeah. So back in Henry's study, Adam and Amelia continue accusing each other of being involved in the events at Blackwater Chapel. While searching Henry's desk, Adam discovers anniversary gifts, duplicates of all the anniversary gifts that he received.
Paper
from
and wood and
his
metal.
penny and
yes, and personal items that clearly belong to his marriage. I don't know if they were necessarily the same exact things, but they were like duplicates of a drawer full of pennies that she gave when it was
whatever the
or
copper
something, right?
days, yeah.
So the 9th anniversary letter chronicles the steady collapse of Adam and his wife's marriage. The wife suggests marriage counseling, but their relationship continues to deteriorate. On their anniversary, the wife's coworker unexpectedly arrives, needing a place to stay after a failed date. She's like, I've been dating and it's just not going well. And she's a hot mess. And she's like, come in. And even Adam notices oh, this woman kind of looks like my wife.
Well, that was she's like, oh, you did your hair and
you cut it like mine, and
she was
you're
like,
wearing
I
my
hope
perfume.
you're not mad. I
Trying
needed
to
a
do something different.
change. Yeah.
And Adam notices, especially because he can't see faces, he's like, oh, she's got a lot of similar traits to my wife. And his wife notices that she kind of looks like me.
Yeah.
So the wife is pleased, though, to see Adam and her friend get along, believing their interactions are harmless. That night, the wife feels reassured that she and Adam are committed to making their marriage work. As Adam and Amelia explore further, they discover the previously incomplete family photographs are now fully displayed. And Amelia realizes they depict Henry Winter's family tree. Behind one of the formerly locked doors, they find a child's bedroom filled with clues, including images of Robin and the dollhouse featuring a girl in red. But when they
It's
see
a bunch
the
of pictures of robins, the birds.
The birds.
And little wooden carvings of birds.
So then we jump into the last leg, chapters 50 to 61. And in the 10th anniversary letter, Adam's wife recalls the moment she discovered Adam's affair. After sensing something was wrong for months, she comes home early from work one day and finds Adam in bed with her coworker. And although Adam claimed he thought it was her, 'cause she has the same hair, we don't know. Lies, full of lies.
I don't know, because she was obviously making herself up to look like her, right? There was even his wife was like, you look like Me.
Maybe.
And he can't
Maybe
see
he
faces.
truly thought it was her, but I feel like once you start feeling her body and the way she kisses,
Something's off.
You should
something's
know,
off, right?
Yeah.
You should know. She immediately recognized the excuse as a lie. Devastated, she goes to the front yard to that magnolia tree, digs it up, and drags it back to their bed and drops it there like, this is the end of our marriage. And then she
Same.
disappears.
Like, yes, good for you. Because even when she saw the magnolia tree, she wasn't like,
She was like, why the fuck would he dig up my yard and put that ugly ass tree in the middle?
Yeah.
She was a little upset about it.
He's like, wait till it flowers. You love the magnolias. And she's like, okay, yeah, I guess I do. And now he's sleeping with another woman. She's like, take your stupid fucking magnolia tree.
Fucked up my yard, bitch.
Yeah.
Amelia finally explains the truth Adam has been refusing to see. She points out a wedding photo on the stairwell and reveals he's like, yeah, it's our wedding picture. And she's like, no, asshole, that's you and your ex-wife, Robin.
Yeah, she's like, it's your wedding photo. And he's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you don't recognize that's your wedding photo? And he's like, that's not you. And she's like, no, it's not me. It's your first wife. And he's like, dun, 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 what?
So as Amelia lays out the evidence, Adam slowly accepts that Robin is Henry Winter's daughter. He feels betrayed by both Robin and Henry for keeping such a significant secret. Piecing everything together, Adam realizes that he's like, what weekend is this again?
Like, what's the date? Yeah.
And she's like, oh, it's February 29th. And he's like, oh shit, that weekend would have marked their 12th anniversary had they still been married. So Robin now reflects on leaving Adam and receiving a call from her dying father. She recounts the troubled childhood dominated by Henry's cruelty and manipulation, believing he was responsible for her mother's death. And after Henry died, Robin secretly took over his literary career, writing books under his name. And when Adam later sent Henry a copy of Rock, Paper, Scissors, Robin saw an opportunity to reclaim her life and set her plan into motion. In her 11th anniversary letter, Robin reveals that she was the one who helped Adam secure opportunities with Henry. Living independently had given her clarity about what she truly needed in life. She reflects on Amelia's deception and warns Adam that difficult choices lie ahead. Robin also reveals that she's become a successful writer in her own right. She's like, you should see me now.
Actually kind of good at this.
Amelia
Runs in the family.
Henry Winters. Yeah, as Henry Winters. Yeah.
Amelia defends her actions, insisting that Adam and Robin's marriage was already over before she got involved. She argues that she could make Adam happier than Robin ever could, and although she still hopes salvaging her relationship with Adam, their situation continues to unravel. And as they prepare to leave the chapel, Adam discovers his mother's red kimono laid out on the bed. Robin's final letter for Adam to read reveals everything. She explains her history with Henry, her years with Adam, and the life she built on her own. Robin offers Adam a chance to reunite with her and promises both personal and professional rewards if he chooses her. She also reveals a devastating secret. Amelia was the teenage girl who stole the car that struck Adam's mom years ago. Robin ends the letter by presenting Adam with 3 choices: rock, paper, or scissors. So Amelia realizes any hope of repairing her relationship with Adam is fading. While she tries to convince him that Robin is dangerous, loud banging echoes through the chapel. When they discover they have been locked inside, an envelope addressed to Adam slides beneath the door. And so they like go to the little kitchenette area, and Adam is reading Robin's final letter, memories of their life together. And he's like reading it, and she's trying to like, Amelia's like, let me, and he's just like holding it so she
like,
can't
won't let her see it.
He's like, this is for me.
The revelation about Amelia's connection to his mother's death forces him to confront long-buried questions. Amelia suffers an asthma
Yeah,
attack.
he starts questioning her. Like,
do
do you
you know?
more
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
my mother's death? And she's just like,
The panic sets in, and her lungs slowly start closing. Her throat starts
Yes.
closing.
And then they discover her inhaler has been emptied. As Adam presses her for answers, she admits her involvement in the stolen car. Panicked and cornered, Amelia grabs a knife. Behind her, another figure appears holding this sharp-ass pair of scissors.
did she admit to the stolen car? Because I feel like the whole time she's just like, Adam, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this.
Well, no, she says like, I know about this.
I was in the car.
I was in the car.
She
Yes.
says I was in the car?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
6 months later, Robin writes from her new life in London. She is living happily with Adam, Bob, and Oscar. Oscar is the bunny that she had her unnamed accomplice.
That used to be Robin.
Yes, it was named Robin by her father.
And her father's like, because you never were around, I named
named this
rabbit
big ass
Robin.
Robin and kept it in a cage so I can keep it forever.
And she was like, well, this is weird. I'm going to name it Oscar because it's also a man. Like, it's a male bunny.
And I'm going to set it free. Never will it be in a cage again.
But it stuck around.
While enjoying success as a best-selling author under Henry Winter's name, Robin declares that what happened at Blackwater Chapel will remain a secret and looks forward to Adam finally seeing his screenplays adapted for film.
Yeah, because
Even though it won't be his name, it's still going to be under Henry Winter's name.
Yeah, she keeps writing and keeps like doing work under her dad's name.
Yep. In the final revelation, Adam admits that he has been hiding the truth about his mother's death. As a teenager, he and Amelia stole a car and spent the evening drinking together. Adam was actually driving when he struck his mother, and Amelia forced him from the vehicle because he like froze. She's like, we got to drive away. We got to drive away. And
Like,
he
get
didn't
out,
move.
get out, get
and
out.
so she kicks him out, jumps in the driver's seat, and then drove away, leaving him with all the guilt. And like the neighbors come out and they find him holding his mom,
Yes.
and they just assumed
That
they were
he saw-
walking
yeah,
together, and she
yes.
got hit, and he doesn't correct them. Adam chooses to bury the truth once and for all. Henry Winter's longtime private investigator, Sam, becomes suspicious when Henry stops communicating.
Which we know there's this PI because when Henry Winters died originally, Robin discovered him. And so she was like, I was even able to like trick him into thinking that Henry Winters is still alive. And he sent me information about all the things.
Well, because
Like
the
me and
PI
my
was
husband-
following Robin
yes.
for years.
Yes.
Like Henry had hired the PI because he had been
He wanted to be
estranged
a
with
part
his
of his-
daughter and he
yes.
wanted to know about her. So the PI was actually following Robin for years and years and years.
And so when Robin found out, she was like, continue to
Follow
him.
Amelia
Yes.
and Adam. So now she knew, like, as soon as she changed the house, she
Yes.
knew as soon as, like, everything that was going on with Adam and Amelia.
And
she
he
was
did
in
like background checks on
Yes.
Amelia and was able to discover that
That's
she
how she
stole the
knew.
car. Yes.
Yes. But also, Henry talked to this private investigator because Robin had this opinion of her dad, like, only someone who was actually committing murder would do and write about all these horrific things. Like, the only way you could write about it in such detail is that you've experienced it firsthand. He goes to Blackwater Chapel and he discovers Henry's grave and evidence that something terrible happened there. A second freshly dug grave sits nearby along with the personal belongings that suggest another death occurred. It was like a pair of sharp sewing scissors, something else, and then this clear box with a ring sliced off that
I
had
had the finger in it.
that had a finger with a ring on it.
Oh, yeah,
She
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
get the finger off. Yeah.
Terrified by whispers calling his name from the darkness, Sam flees the chapel and never looks back.
Well, there's a whole part in here that's not really in here. Like when Robin was a child, she used to also write stories about how her dad killed her mom, and Henry was like, you can't write stories like that. And from her perspective, it was like, you can't tell people that. I will, like it was like out of anger because she knew the truth, and he was like, you can't write stories about that. But in like the PI's perspective, when Henry presented like, my daughter's unwell, she writes these stories about how I killed her mom and it wasn't true. She had some sort of hand. It almost alludes that Robin had some sort of hand in killing her mom.
yeah.
And she's like delusional.
I thought she
and-
was just delusional. He didn't necessarily kill the mom,
Yeah.
but her stories about it and like maybe his cruelty wasn't real.
Yeah.
So was all this other stuff real?
Yes, yes, yeah. I was like, oh, it's like almost like you know the end is like this closure, but then there's also this maybe.
Yeah, like, did
Something isn't
Amelia
right.
really kill?
How
like, were they all
trustworthy is
involved?
this narrator?
Yes.
Yes.
Not at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, that's the freaking rock, paper, scissors, man.
That's it.
Okay, so let's talk about, we got to review our book, right? So
We sure do.
So we rate our books on a 3-shot system. 1 shot is I'm not coming back for more. 2 shots, it's good enough for another, but not worth a hangover. And 3 shots, it got me up. Ew. So this was my suggestion. Oh man, so what do I rate it? I'm really trying to be, I just feel like some of the books we read are really, really beautiful and amazing kind of books. I do think this one's up there though, actually. So I am going to rate this one a 3. Especially for a thriller, I really enjoyed the twist at the end. And the only thing I think would potentially be like, I don't know, was the end did make me feel questioned. And we know I don't like feeling
We know you
questioned.
don't like
We
that.
know how
You
you
like
feel
a
about
solid
I need
end.
a solid ending. So that was like probably the only thing I was like, I don't know how it really went down, and I need to know the truth. But I really enjoyed listening to this book. I did listen to it. I enjoyed it, and I think I would like it better if I read it, honestly.
Same. I was not a super big fan of the narrator for this book.
Yes. But I think the book overall was very good.
I'm going to second that opinion. I'm also going to give it a 3.
All right.
I really liked I couldn't guess what the hell was
Yes.
happening. And
I guess so much things.
yes, so many things. And I think what pisses me off is when I can guess them and I'm like right at the end, I'm like, I fucking knew it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this one I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, he was driving the car? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that was like
Yes.
another one twist
Yes,
that
there was
really threw me off.
So many twists.
Yes.
So I'm giving it a 3. I will say something that I have thought about since the end of reading this book. Whatever. Amelia's a dirty hoe. And she came in
she
and
is.
hoodwinked everyone and slept with the husband.
Yes.
And then you fucking kept her dog, you rat bitch ass
Yes.
motherfucker.
And her ring.
And her ring.
I was
ring.
like, whatever, the ring.
and that was a family heirloom.
I wasn't even super pissed about the ring. I was more upset that you had the audacity to keep her fucking dog.
Yeah.
You
She
whore.
was a real McBitch.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
three shots for me.
Yes. Also, I think it helps to go through these summaries because I'm like, oh yeah, that's why it was such a right. Like that's why she threw I did not understand why she threw that crane in the fire.
Oh, yeah,
I was like,
yeah, yeah.
what a bitch! You gave that to him. Isn't that something?
I
you should,
thought
like,
all the letters
lean
were
into
Amelia.
it?
The whole time.
Yes.
Yes.
The whole
Yes.
time.
That
And when
was
it said
like-
your first wife. I'm like, wait, what?
Yes, that was like the wife twist.
Yes.
The Amelia was the murderer, and then you find out it was actually Adam. It was twist after twist after twist. And
Yes.
then at the end, I was like, I'm exhausted. This book had me running in circles.
Seriously.
Yes.
And for it to be on the heels of the most fun that our family ever had,
You're right.
The most fun we ever had. Yep. Mhm.
the most fun the circus ever was. Really just like vastly different stories.
Yes, totally different stories.
And sometimes I feel like after reading books, my rating really sometimes is influenced by how good or bad the book prior to it was.
yes. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like if the book I just listened to was like, and then this one has like even remotely better storyline, or even I'm remotely more engaged, it's already a better book.
Yes.
Because I'm like, oh, now I'm into it,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So, but yes, the exhaustion, I was sweating. I'm pretty sure my blood pressure.
When the doors were open all of a sudden.
The face in the freaking
Yes.
window, and the,
I was like,
the,
oh my
the
God.
voices never went really
Yes.
anywhere, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, there's a demon in the house.
yeah. Which Sam
Someone's
heard
gonna
it too.
murder. Yeah, he was about to die. What if fucking Robin came back and knew?
Yeah.
Because she's. I still believe that Robin is unwell.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think
she
so,
does
too.
have
Yeah.
some imbalances.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
I feel like maybe she followed the investigator back and she was fucking whispering his name and he was like, nope, nope, he's alive. Fuck this, bye.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
Also, I would rate it a 3.
Yay!
And I feel like I'm learning why you guys are my people. It's because I am a lover of all things spooky and scary, but the more we read these thrillers, you guys actually love them too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You guys like
I
the
like
spooky and the
ghosts
creepy.
in a book.
When
I don't want them in my fucking attic.
I don't want them in my attic.
I don't want them in my attic either,
I
but
want to
like,
talk to them a little bit.
but like, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
fun.
You know,
It's
so
fun.
that's why.
We used to
I mean,
watch,
there's a lot of reasons why you
what was
guys are my
that?
people, but that's just one of them.
Yeah, yeah. I will thrillers. Whenever I read them, it really takes me back to when I first started getting back into reading. It was thrillers. I was looking for a good thriller.
Yeah.
And every time I read them, I'm like, oh yeah, this is. I miss this. I
Yeah.
miss reading this spooky, creepy stuff. And now, years later, I have definitely expanded that palette. But when I go back to a good thriller, I'm like, yeah, this is.
It's so
yes.
thrilling.
It's so thrilling.
Yeah.
And then it takes me back to watching Conjuring for the first time.
Yeah. Was that with you?
Yes, in our
Yes,
apartment.
yes.
And my husband jumped on the freaking couch.
I tell everybody that story because it's so fun. over, and her husband's like on the couch, like curdled up, like
Holding
don't
on.
judge me.
Holding on to the counter.
But yeah, I love a good ghost story. And that's where I thought this was going a little bit. So, yeah. Well, that's a wrap on this episode of Literature on the Rocks. We survived rock, paper, scissors, where communication is terrible, trust is optional, and a romantic getaway is anything but relaxing. The prompts are posted now, so weigh in before next week's book club. Make sure you're subscribed because we're here for you every Wednesday.
Yep, if this episode made you question how well we ever really know the people closest to us, or reminded you that every story has more than one side, rate and review the podcast. It helps us keep uncovering books that surprise us, challenge our assumptions, and keep us guessing long after the final page.
Come for the marriage retreat, stay for the psychological whiplash. Rock, paper, scissors is proof that the most dangerous place to keep a secret might just be inside a marriage. Follow @Lit on the Rocks Pod on Instagram and TikTok, and visit literatureontherocks.com.
Until next time, may your marriages be honest, your vacations uneventful, and your plot twists stay between the pages. Cheers.
Toodaloo.
Bye.